Today, I would like to talk about life and death, not in a general point of view, but rather in a specific, and due to the Go game. So in this game, life and death is an important part. It's not just details. If you can keep your group alive or are able to kill those of your opponent, it will make a lot difference to your game. This is the first point of view. In this field, we have eyes, two eyes, eye space, fourth eyes, other things like this. But for me, the most important is in fact the Tsumego. So the Tsumego is related, of course, to life and death, but it can be also related to Ko, also to capturing races, cutting, connecting. But for me, the foundation of the idea of the Tsumego, which is related to the Tsume Shogi, in fact, in another game, Shogi, is to kill or save stones. So we have stones on the Goban. We try to save some of them, not all, some of them, to get a structure which is robust. On the other hand, if we want to kill the stones of the opponent, we have to find the structure and to find some key point, life point, to destroy the structure and to use his weakness to win the game, at least for this part of the game. So Tsumego is more tactics than strategy, but it's important. It's more or less like a mat in chess, but very often in chess, we say mat in some few moves. We are more close also to the notion of study. The idea is the following. We have a part of the Goban. We have some stones, black and white. Black has to do something. He is the first player traditionally in the Go game. There is a difference with the chess, where the white is the first player. At the philosophical level, the interesting thing is to see that with some moves, sometimes rather strange, we can save stones. So especially if you have to solve a Tsumego at the Dan level or even more, I mean, until the 9th level, often, maybe very often at the very hard level, you have to find some moves outside the structure. It's very impressive to think that the core of the structure can be outside. And for me, it's very important in the same way when we want to save people who belong to one structure. It's meaningless to think that the solution is only in the structure. So we can use hyperstructure to find a solution, to get a new way to think the problem. And with this new way, to solve it and to fix the problem, to get something new. The idea about that is to use it in real life and to imagine that you have only one move to save some people. So the problem is to find the good move, not the best, just the good, the one which is sufficient to save people. In this way, with this intention, it's important to think that the resolution of a problem of Tsumego can be very efficient to learn to someone what are the key point, the life point, the critical point, the foundation of the resolution, and to use it in a more human way to find the solution, which can be totally invisible for the related people, but obvious for someone who is an expert in this field. So this difference is important to see that with Tsumego, we can imagine that there is a relation between the inside and the outside of the structure. So we have a link, maybe even more, a bridge. And we can use this image inside the big picture of mankind to save people in a safe way using deep strategic tools, like something we mentioned, the Tsumego, but imagine in a more general way, life and death. So a problem which forces the player to think that one move can be vital or lethal. So it's important to choose it in an efficient way, of course, but more important, in a robust way.